class of 2020 and families. I hope all of you have been staying safe and healthy during these chaotic times. Even though these past few months had some unexpected events, it's important for all of you to be proud of yourselves, celebrate, and reflect on the memories and accomplishments you've made at OHS. You all have earned your way to be here. You all have battled adversity and may even have done things you never thought you were capable of. Again, be proud and cherish this moment, because this is an experience that marks the end of an amazing journey and the start of a whole new one ahead of you. Wherever your path takes you after this, whether it's in the military, into the workforce, into college, or any other opportunities, just know you are a part of something, and that is the pride of being an Oneonta Yellow Jacket. I see our school community as a family. OHS is something we all have a connection to and something we all can come back to. Recently, we all have experienced some unfortunate events that have taken place. No matter your opinion on the state of our nation, I think many of us feel a divide. Many people are coming together, yet we also see negativity and separation. In the scheme of things, we are witnessing madness all over the country. Despite all this turmoil, we have to remember that we still have each other. Believe it or not, we all have a bond from walking the halls every day at OHS. We will always have OHS and the amazing people, the teachers, coaches, and staff with whom we have developed a relationship with. We may not agree on everything, and we may not have the same opinions, but at the end of the day, we still have each other. Now, once we all step into the real world, we need to keep that in mind. We need to hold the bond we have with each other and expand it to other people. The more people we are able to touch, the stronger the bond we will have, and that bond will enable us to effect change and combat the evils in our communities. After this, we will all embark on our own journeys and enter what folks call reality. From here on, all I ask of you is this: educate yourself, gain new perspectives, and have empathy for others. Let's talk more about education. Education is imperative, and I'm not just talking about going to college. If you're going to college, great, but if you're not, that is totally fine, because you still have opportunities to educate yourself. Take the time to seek factual and unbiased information. Understand our country's history and our governmental system. Educate yourself on the history of all ethnic groups and races. Become culturally competent. Educate yourself to be self-sufficient so you can save money and don't have to rely on others to fix your car or even do jobs around your home. Educate yourself to change the world and to better yourself and others, because education is power and it stays with you forever. Next, I urge you all to gain new perspectives. Today, we lack understanding of others. We all come from different backgrounds and have experienced different things. Personally, I am blessed. I have a level of privilege and I acknowledge that. However, in times of conflict or tension, I try to be open-minded. I try to understand the other side and really hear them out. You see, we all unconsciously have cognitive bias, and there is a specific type of cognitive bias that's called confirmational bias, which can cause problems. Confirmational bias is the tendency to search for, interpret, favor, and recall information that confirms or supports one's prior personal beliefs or values. This can cause problems because if we are only seeking information that appeals to us, then how are we going to understand other people and come up with compromise and solutions? That's why understanding other perspectives is so important. Not everyone thinks the way you do. Not everyone was raised the way you were. Not everyone lives in the same demographic as you, and not everyone has your experiences. So talk to people in a civil manner, converse with them, and hear them out. Try to learn their story, because who knows, you may have more in common than you think. Lastly, I urge you all to have empathy for others. All of us go through hardships. Some of us are able to move on quicker than others, but at the end of the day, we all need someone there for us who at least show that we as humans care. Now, empathy is a word that we all hear, and I believe we all have an idea when to be empathetic. However, I believe not all of us have really learned how to show empathy. To help with that, I'm going to give you some ways you can do this. The first way is to reach out. You may seem like you are bothering someone, but truthfully, by you reaching out, it portrays to that person that someone cares for them. and is there for them. The second way is to provide them with a listening ear. Sometimes people need someone who they can just get stuff off their chest to or rant to. It might not make any sense to you, and you might not fully understand, but you're allowing them to be heard and to express their emotions. The last way you can be empathetic is to take action. Offer the person or group of people a helping hand. Buy them lunch or dinner. Donate. Help with an errand or a task that is overwhelming them. Speak up, support them, and stand with them. Don't second guess, just do it, because it's okay to show that you care. Truthfully, I believe empathy and acts of empathy are an investment not only for yourself, but for the rest of the world. Because maybe that one time that you showed empathy to someone, they were influenced to do the same to someone else, and then to someone else, and so on. You see, this chain of showing others that we are there for them and that we care is something that I truly believe can get us somewhere. This is how we can change the world and unite, but it all starts with you. What will you do? OHS Class of 2020, I'm proud of you, and I love you all. At the end of the day, whatever you strive to do, just remember that you have this family. This is your family, and we are in this together. Now, before I end my speech, I want you all to do something for me. Whoever you may be with right now, give them a hug and tell them you love them. Cherish this moment with your loved ones and don't take it for granted, because you might not ever get this moment ever again. Be proud of yourself. Be proud of your friends and peers. Be proud of your school, and be proud of what is next to come. I wish you all the best of luck in the future. We are the class that can change the world, so let's do it together, and let's set the example.
Hello, OHS Class of 2020. None of us imagined our senior year to play out like this, but we are here, and we made it. We will go down in history as the class that graduated during a global pandemic, but we will be remembered for our persistent, sanguine, and dynamic attitudes during this time. So today, I stand before you to present our senior gift to Oneonta High School, a Class of 2020 scholarship, to be awarded to future graduates in the hopes it helps them endure their own yet-to-be-seen conditions.
Parents, guardians, family members, members of the Board of Education, and honored graduates of the Class of 2020, it is a pleasure to be able to address you even under such unprecedented circumstances. It has proven to be quite an interesting senior year for you all, but with class, compassion, and understanding, we come together today, this day, your graduation day. It is a day of thanks and celebration. I thank you students, you parents and guardians, our teachers, administrators, staff, and members of our Board of Education, as your collective efforts and commitment to each other culminates on this day. Seniors, I vividly recall when you made your way to Link Crew orientation as incoming ninth graders, as I was still the high school principal. You, this class, the Class of 2020, was different. You were different as a group. You just came into that new building and made it your own. It was clear on that orientation day that you were a special group. You did not disappoint. You are intelligent, you are talented, and you will go on to do great things. You have contributed much, and for that, we are grateful. As I thought about what I wanted to say to you all, it became very clear that what I have for you is hope, because as I think about our collective future, which will be in your very capable hands, I am hopeful. So I hope that you all recognize the fact that you didn't leave anything unfinished here at this school, even though it may feel as though you did. You did plenty. I hope that you know that even with a shortened senior year, you have left the Oneonta Senior High School better than you found it. I hope that you know that we as a school community could not be more proud of the way that you, in so many capacities, have represented our school, this community, yourself, and your families as students, performers, athletes, and as human beings throughout your time here in this school district. I hope that you know that we have so very much enjoyed having the opportunity to share this journey with you. I hope that you realize just how special and strong you are. I hope that you never limit yourselves. You all possess tremendous abilities. There may be many occasions throughout your lives when you feel you may not be able to do or accomplish something, but you can. I hope that you never give in to the naysayers who may doubt your abilities. I hope that you don't rely on other people for your own happiness. You enjoy your life and surround yourselves with those who value your happiness and you theirs. I hope that you don't buy into the labels that may be placed upon you, especially when it comes to degrees of importance. It is easy for people to get wrapped up in their own sense of importance. As you progress through your lives, don't be that person. In fact, please be just the opposite and recognize importance in who people are and not what they are. I hope that you recognize just how powerful your words and actions are and that you use both for what is good and just. I hope that you are filled with wisdom and courage to be bold when it is not comfortable being so. And I hope that your lives are filled with many, many blessings that enrich, satisfy, and complete your long, happy, and healthy lives. Soon you will go on from our hive here at OHS and do those wonderful things and wear many hats. But whatever hat it is that you are wearing, wear it with respect and simply do more than anyone expects you to. Just be a great student, a great soldier, a great employee, a great employer. Be a great mom or dad, a great member of a family, and simply be a great human being. In the words of singer and songwriter Tim McGraw, when you get where you're going, don't forget, turn back around. Help the next one in line. Always stay humble and kind. Humble and kind is exactly how I will remember you, the class of 2020. Thank you.
I will now present our list of award winners. Alexander Bitterman, John Philip Sousa Band Award. Catherine Ackley, David E. Hughes Memorial Award. Marco Amato, Principal's Perseverance Award. Ariana Anderson, Community Bank NA OHS Alumni Association Achievement Award. Service Club Recognition Award. Kai Atchison, Floyd C. Allen Memorial Award. Oneonta Federated Garden Club Award. Kasani Atkinson, Principal's Perseverance Award. Adam Baberdsky, National Honor Society Physics Award, OHS Alumni Association Achievement Award. Danielle Bestekis, OHS Alumni Association Student Publications Award, Service Club Recognition Award. Sabrina Blacklock, Oneonta Federated Garden Club Award. Lila Blair, Frank Diz and Joanne LaMonica Determination Award, Band Achievement Award. Alessandra Boxo Yakelis, Lions Club George Kershaw Memorial Award, AP Biology Award, OHS Alumni Association Achievement Award. Mary Brantley, Catherine H. Tobey Award, Lucas Brakey, Eric Driggs Memorial Award, Denny Carr Award. Alyssa Braden, Principal's Perseverance Award. Jacob Braden, Principal's Perseverance Award. Joshua Burnham, Principal's Perseverance Award. Avery Burnsworth, Lions Club Community Volunteer Award. Lucas Burrows, New York State Controller Achievement Award. Caleb Casey, Future for Oneonta Foundation Incorporated Award. Ariadne Castillo, Principal's Perseverance Award. Alexandra Chekaranu, Principal's Perseverance Award. Abigail Denning, Samuel J. Pertuzzi Foreign Language Award. OHS Alumni Association Achievement Award. William Dent, Masonic Temple Oneonta Lodge 466F A&M. Liam Dillon, Principal's Perseverance Award. Dawson Coffey, Principal's Perseverance Award. Lily Evans, Captain Lloyd Mayo Award. Matthew Frederick, Leatherstocking Brush and Palette Award. Dr. Robert A. Mullins Humanities Award. DAR Good Citizenship Award. OHS Alumni Association Student Publications Award, James R. Warren Award. Jade Gant, Principal's Perseverance Award. Sebastian Gifford, Principal's Perseverance Award. Leighton Gillette, Principal's Perseverance Award. Angelica Goodhue, Assemblyman Certificate of Merit. Nathaniel Coleman, the Rhodes Award for Salutatorian, Senior Year Scholarship Prize for Salutatorian. Olivia Hansen, OHS Alumni Association Achievement Award. Taylor Harkenreader, Principal's Perseverance Award. Ryan Hasbrook, Principal's Perseverance Award. Jacob Haynes, Oneonta High School Achievement Award. Kira Hazard, Jacqueline L. Berry Memorial Award. Bradley Jacobs, Future for Oneonta Foundation Incorporated Award, Choir Leadership Award. Ashley James, Oneonta City Schools Clerical Association Award. Stephen Jellick, Merrill Gibbs Award. Morgan Gibson, Service Club Recognition Award, 6th Ward Athletic Club Athlete of the Year Award. Lane Johnson, American Legion Post 259 Citizenship Award. Mala Johnson, Mayor James F. Lettuce Service Award, Forte Music Award, Service Club Recognition Award. Elias Cavrazonis, Community Bank NA. Cameron Coffer, Principal's Perseverance Award. Ariana Lang, Principal's Perseverance Award. Levi La Tourette, Nanash Award, OHS Alumni C. Kayatsa Instrumental Award. Sydney Lawrence, Frank Diz and Joanne LaMonica Perseverance Award. Zaire Lawrence, Robert W. Skidmore Jr. Memorial Award. Devin Louts, Lions Club James T. Catella Engineering Award. Andrew Lutz, Ruth S. Heupel Martha Chapter 116 Award. Edward McGraw, Lions Club Dr. Philip Robbins Award. Francis Miller, Jacqueline L. Berry Memorial Award. Bradley Morrell, Louis Armstrong Jazz Award, Charles A. Belden Award. Jacob O'Brien Clapper, Principal's Perseverance Award. Olivia O'Donnell, Service Club Recognition Award. Emile Ogeron, American Legion Post 259 Citizenship Award. Alexander Osterhout, Principal's Perseverance Award. Hastings Otino, Forte Music Award, James D. Van Wart Memorial Award. Jack Flynn, Choir Achievement Award, Nanash Award. Christian Holoquist, Assemblyman's Certificate of Merit. Ryan Musa, Thomas Merlino Jr. Memorial Award. Lucas Peters, Principal's Perseverance Award. Richard Polamini, Principal's Perseverance Award. Chui Ting Poon, Class of 1941 Award, Catherine H. Tobey Award. Jacob Ray, Principal's Perseverance Award. Evelyn Ritter, Julianne Knotts Memorial Award. Anthony Romanelli, Principal's Perseverance Award. Emily Roselle, Principal's Perseverance Award. Darren Sargent, Principal's Perseverance Award. Jordan Sawyer, Principal's Perseverance Award. Clarissa Shaw, Service Club Recognition Award. Anthony Sierra, Principal's Perseverance Award. Meredith Smithling, Service Club Recognition Award. Raven Sunderland, OHS Alumni Association Achievement Award, Principal's Perseverance Award. Selena Thompson, Principal's Perseverance Award. Zoza Thibault, Principal's Perseverance Award. Dominic Van Tassel, Principal's Perseverance Award. Luna Vega, Principal's Perseverance Award. Rakasha Walton, Principal's Perseverance Award. Cheyenne Ward, Principal's Perseverance Award. Nicholas Whitehead, Principal's Perseverance Award. Graham Wooden, New York State Office of the Attorney General Triple C Award, 6th Ward Athletic Club Athlete of the Year Award, Erica Young, New York State Office of the Attorney General Triple C Award.
It is my pleasure to announce our list of scholarship winners. Alexander Bitterman, Doris W. Egan Memorial Scholarship, Eggleston Scholarship, NBT Scholarship, NYS Education Scholarship for Academic Excellence, Robert Squires Memorial Scholarship. Catherine Ackley, Clifford A. and Elizabeth P. McVinney Memorial Scholarship. Ariana Anderson, OHS Alumni Scholarship with Future for Oneonta Foundation, George A. and Isabel L. Niles Scholarship. Kai Atchinson, Charles T. and Doris B. Gallagher Memorial Scholarship. Danielle Bostekis, OHS Alumni Scholarship with Future for Oneonta Foundation, Walter J. and Anna H. Burchin Scholarship. Quentin Bissell Smith, Margaret W. Ouimet Memorial Scholarship. Sabrina Blacklock, Brooks Barbecue Charitable Foundation Scholarship. Layla Blair, Patricia Pantaleone Memorial Scholarship. Isabella Bonici, Sam Bartuzzi Memorial Scholarship. Alessandra Baxa Yacalis, New York State Education Scholarship for Academic Excellence, Brooks Barbecue Charitable Foundation Scholarship. Mary Brantley, Andy Goebel Scholarship, Kraft Burney Family Scholarship, Honorable Robert A. Harlem Memorial Scholarship. Lucas Brakey, Clark Foundation Scholarship, Sam Bartuzzi Memorial Scholarship. Avery Burnsworth, Chris Kyler Criminology Scholarship, OHS Alumni Scholarship, Janice Denny Lennox Memorial Scholarship. Olivia Card, the Future for Oneonta Foundation Incorporated Scholarship. Caleb Casey, Clark Foundation Scholarship, Susan Remillard Memorial Scholarship. Catherine Cleveland, Robert W. and Joan Moyer Trust Scholarship. Adele Coe, Oneonta Teachers Association Scholarship, OHS Class of 1984 Scholarship, Class of 1969 Scholarship in honor of Bud Perrone. Abigail Denning, Frank Diz and Joanne LaMonica Scholarship, Jared Trotty Memorial Scholarship. Lily Evans, C. James and Lois S. Herrick Memorial Scholarship. Riley Falconio Gray, Bernard Hungerford Scholarship, Willie's Family Foundation Scholarship. Maria Farrell, Clark Foundation Scholarship, Andy Goebel Scholarship, Dr. Rudolph and Gwen L. Schuster Scholarship. Matthew Frederick, New York State Education Scholarship for Academic Excellence, Class of 1969 Scholarship in honor of Bud Perrone. Tyler Froh, J. Frederick and May S. Jenks Memorial Scholarship. Jacob Giorsi, Clark Foundation Scholarship, Michelle R. Goodhue Memorial Scholarship. Angelica Goodhue, Clark Scholarship, Danielle and Jean Rothermel Memorial Scholarship. Ryan Gracie, Jim Sullivan Scholarship. Nathaniel Coleman, Clark Foundation Scholarship, Andy Goebel Scholarship, Gary Johnson Memorial Scholarship, New York State Education Scholarship for Excellence, Stan and Linda Syverston Family Scholarship. Megan Catella, OHS Alumni Scholarship, Josiah and Mary Louise Lawson Memorial Scholarship. Olivia Hanbridge, Clark Foundation Scholarship, Andy Goebel Scholarship, Oneonta Italian American Club Scholarship, Founders Scholarship. Olivia Hanson, Lindsay Marie Harvey Memorial Scholarship. Kiara Hazard, Oneonta Teachers Association Scholarship, Richard A. Murphy Memorial Scholarship. Martine Hitchcock, First Responders Scholarship. Bradley Jacobs, Zuretti Family Scholarship. Morgan Gibson, Catherine Ingersoll Scholarship, Stephen A. Lutz Memorial Scholarship. Mala Johnson, James and Carol Baker Family Scholarship. Emma Knutson, Clark Foundation Scholarship, OHS Alumni Scholarship, Herb and Ray Froh Memorial Scholarship. Cameron Coffer, Roy Turner Oneonta PBA Scholarship, 6th Ward Athletic Club Scholarship, Jillian LaHood, Gary Johnson Memorial Scholarship, Pay It Forward Scholarship, James C. and Mary Louise Austin Memorial Scholarship. Levi LaTourette, Reverend Richard H. Fry Memorial Scholarship. Sidney Lawrence, Stephen A. Lutz Memorial Scholarship. Olivia Litzinger, Clark Foundation Scholarship, Alice S. Clark Memorial Scholarship. Devin Laux, Shane Robert Marmette Memorial Scholarship. Andrew Lutz, Pasquale and Mary Leone Memorial Scholarship. Kylie McKee, Frank W. Getman Sr. Memorial Scholarship. Edward McGraw, Bruce Jester Baseball Scholarship, George Lambros Memorial Scholarship. Isaac Medina, Jim Constanti That's a Good Start Scholarship. Leah Medina, Oneonta Teachers Association Scholarship. Francis Miller, OHS Class of 1979 Memorial Scholarship. Francis E. Rowe Scholarship, Charitable Trust. Bradley Morell, Clark Foundation Scholarship, Angie Bartuzzi Memorial Scholarship. Nadia Nelson, Frank G. and Ethel E. Becker Memorial Scholarship. Olivia O'Donnell, Clark Foundation Scholarship, American Legion Post Number 259, 6th Ward Athletic Club Scholarship, Thomas M. Hewson Scholarship Endowment Fund. Emile Orgeron, Robert R. Warner Memorial Scholarship. Alexander Osterhout, Elwyn W. Chase Award. Ava Jenks Scholarship, John and Catherine Gallagher Memorial Scholarship. Hastings Otiano, Clark Foundation Scholarship, Andy Goebel Scholarship, Douglas Parsons Memorial Scholarship. Juliana Pigeon, CSEA Scholarship, Brooks Barbecue Charitable Foundation Scholarship. Jack Flynn, Anthony and Marcella Drago Scholarship. Christian Holoquist, Oneonta Rotary Bräuniger Foreman Award. Ryan Musaw, Copperwheat Leadership Award, Clark Foundation Scholarship, Oneonta Rotary Community Service Scholarship in honor of Celine Sam Corey. Tanya Pledger, Robert R. Perrone Scholarship. Chui Ting Poon, Oneonta Rotary Community Service Scholarship. Evelyn Ritter, Forgiano Family Leadership Award. Emily Roselle, Walter J. and Anna H. Burchin Vocational Scholarship. Nate Schwed, OHS Alumni Scholarship, Robert C. White Scholarship, Oneonta Chapter DAR Scholarship. Catherine Seary, Jeremy Allen Memorial Scholarship. Madeline Seeger, Bruce Rowe Memorial Scholarship. Elizabeth Serafin, Sonia C. Barabowski, Philip K. Donlavey, and Nicholas J. Sparacco Memorial Scholarship, Clark Foundation Scholarship, Nancy Weeks Memorial Scholarship. Andrew Shapiro, John K. Miller Memorial Mathematics Scholarship. Clarissa Shaw, Clark Foundation Scholarship, Robert W. and Joan F. Moyer Memorial Scholarship, Masonic Charity Scholarship. Meredith Smithling, Oneonta Business Women's Club Scholarship, 6th Ward Athletic Club Scholarship, Dolores O. and Daniel G. Noonan Family Scholarship. Zosha Tebow, Christine M. Skemmerhorn Memorial Scholarship. Robert Tonner, the Daily Star Scholarship. Sarah Van Valkenburg, William and Esther Fink Memorial Scholarship. Julian Bergeri, Linda Caroselli Edison Scholarship. Edward and Florence Ostrowski Memorial Scholarship. Paige Wendell, Clark Foundation Scholarship, Frederick A. Puritz Memorial Scholarship. Cheyenne Ward, Clark Foundation Scholarship. Kelly Weeks, Clark Foundation Scholarship, Winifred Markley Memorial Scholarship. Graham Wooden, Ricky J. Parisian Memorial Scholarship, 6th Ward Athletic Club Scholarship, Eugene Francis Murphy Memorial Scholarship. Congratulations to all of these recipients.
Thank you, Principal Wilsonholm and Superintendent Brindley, for asking me to say a few words to the incredible class of 2020, their families, our faculty, and the whole OHS family. I really hope everyone has been staying safe and healthy, and my deepest sympathies to any and all people, families, and businesses that have been affected by the COVID-19 pandemic, which I know is far too many. First of all, let me tell you why I'm surprised and feel lucky to be giving this address, which at the same time will start my work of backing up that claim that our class is incredible, as that is far from superficial flattery. My very biased guess is that the class of 2020 will go down as one of the best academic classes in OHS history, and likely the same will be said of our artistic, athletic, and leadership achievements. It's hard for me to convey just how deeply grateful I am to have had so many smart and academically focused classmates as both peer role models to motivate me and lifesavers to help me when I was stuck on schoolwork. And I think that is what I'll remember most about this class, how willing this group of students has been to help one another. For example, our salutatorian and my good friend Nate Kuhlman, aka the math guru, has greatly helped not only me, but all of his classmates with countless problems. While I'll always poke fun at Nate for being such a genius, his constant generosity and dedication to others is truly reflective of this class as a whole. I know that in other classes there's an unmistakable air of competition that at times can border on hostility. But I think all of us here in the class of 2020 have instead enjoyed an atmosphere of genuine desire to help and make each other better. This rare but powerful combination, selflessness and the daily drive for growth, is just one of the many reasons why I feel so lucky to have been part of such a special group. Much of my work and what I have learned throughout high school are in many ways the product of my peers' help and drive to make each other better. With this in mind, I can only hope my words today overlap to some degree with the thoughts of my fellow classmates. And I promise you all, just watch what all of these students are going to do in the future. Great things, you can be sure of. On March 12th, we had all just assumed we would see our friends and teachers at school the next day, like the inevitable sunrise. Did I really pay attention to my classmates' hilarious little personality quirks? Did I take even a second to ponder the work each teacher had done to prepare and give each lesson, or how our custodians had yet again made every room clean and comfortable? Now confined to a house and most often one room, I now wonder if I took even a second to enjoy simply walking around our school. No, I didn't. Because I would be there again tomorrow for sure, so none of it was worth taking note of. Pandemics, lockdowns, closings, all science fiction beyond the realm of our imagination. The last 3 months have proven to us with savage poignancy the importance of being grateful for the here and now. The past is gone and unchangeable. What tomorrow will look like is truly unpredictable and far from guaranteed. We have learned, more than most senior classes I suspect, to take absolutely nothing for granted. And I think because of that, we will all have a deeper and more durable gratitude for even the mundane things in life once they return to us. Now, if you had told any of us on March 12th that for the rest of the year we'd be able to sleep a few extra hours, eat whenever we want, wear whatever we want, and be online all day with our friends, I don't think many of us would have complained. However, having the pandemic coerce almost constant screen time upon us for our education, it has actually given us unique insight into the huge shortcomings of technology when compared to the irreplaceable value of a caring teacher and motivated students in a real classroom. Before, we could raise our hand in a relaxed manner, knowing we would develop the conversation along logically and get an answer. In the remote classroom of this pandemic world, we have to anxiously scan for nonverbal cues and balance on the tightrope between interrupting the speaker and losing the microphone to another speaker. This often results in awkward gaps of silence or interruption and taps some of our mental energy. No, I think we've all learned that remote learning via technology will never pretend to approximate the value of a real classroom, of curious students led by a passionate teacher. Not even close. So our initial collective roar of joy was soon replaced by a feeling of sadness with a new hole in our lives. I soon found that I sorely missed the hilarious subtle characteristics of each of my classmates. Whether it be Hastings' hilarious laugh, Mary's annoying need to color code everything, or Teddy's habit of constantly chomping away at his hoodie strings. It was odd to think how these seemingly minuscule details, and the many more that would take me too long to mention, were what I missed most about going to school. I think this goes to show how even the best technology can only capture such a small fraction of what made each and every day at OHS so special. Our melancholy was also initially exacerbated by the generous workload of our OHS teachers. I remember thinking to myself, wow, this is about as much work and time as I did before the break. I thought they were going to cut us a little slack. This was not easier, for sure, at least not for Oneonta. Then I realized that 3 months of no external demands to organize and prioritize my time would have driven me insane, and possibly damaged our next steps to college or working life. My initial jealousy of other high schools where students were doing close to nothing transformed into admiration and gratitude for the dedication and professionalism of our OHS teachers. But still, to the screen, their magic has been a bit diluted. But none of us will forget that magic. My calc teacher, Miss Sitz, prepared a goodie bag for each one of her students with a note saying just how proud she was of each one of us a couple days before the AP test. Miss Sitz was also kind enough to personally drive to my house and drop it off for me, which I'll admit is partially because I didn't know we were supposed to pick it up at the school that day. But I will never forget that genuine act of kindness. Similarly, Mr. DePau also personally drove to my house, this time not by any mistake of mine, on the day that would have been my last senior concert, to drop off the flowers I would have worn that day. I think I speak for all the seniors in band when I say how kind and heartfelt that action was. But of course, I can't forget all the hilarious memories these incredible teachers have given me. From Mr. Mushtere's educational yelling every day in class and his signature phrase, student, to making fun of Mr. Francouriak's mystifying love for cucumber lime Gatorade, and even Mr. Heacox's sarcastic jabs that amazingly just never miss. I can't express how much I will miss these phenomenal teachers and how grateful I am for all the fond memories to look back on. My parents would always marvel when I told them how our school was devoid of those stereotypical subdivisions, groups, and labels they had growing up. When they would talk to friends and family from other towns, the first OHS brag they would bring out would be about how tolerant our school is. I never felt like there were tribes in our school, and that is a great feeling. Most of the credit for that has to go to you parents, so thank you. There are not many schools like this, where a hello from anyone would not be unexpected. I really want everyone to take a minute and realize how tolerant, accepting, and unified this class of 2020 is, since that is what I am most proud of. Many smart people are saying that tribalism is perhaps the greatest threat to our world, and many also say the strongest seeds for it are planted in the college years. So let's try to always remember the special unity we had here, and how good that made us feel. Our education these last 4 years at OHS has revolved around the underlying principle that there are objective underlying truths about our world that are both fascinating to learn and are invaluable for us to know in order to make future contributions to society. But because these common truths are something that can unify us, those same forces of tribalism can seek to weaken them. Look at this COVID-19 pandemic. What should purely be a medical issue has somehow absorbed some crossfire of passionate opinions and politics. Instead of a consensus of medical experts, the tribal tendency has caused many to instead find comfort in answers from those that they simply agree with on other completely unrelated topics. Thinking about this lately, I've decided on one thing. We should be courageous and not afraid to go rogue when intellectual freedom and honesty demands it. If all of your friends and family with the same general inclinations and opinions as you all profess one simple story about the state of the world, should it be taken as a fact immediately? Because we know from our tough classes here, simple stories do not ever easily reflect reality. But this will be hard, as it is such an instinct for us to latch on to concise, neat narratives. Instead, perhaps we should prove everything for ourselves, because our OHS education has given us the training and tools to do that hard work. The lessons from our classrooms had one underlying foundation, that science, math, literature, and historical facts are all very laborious, detailed, and meticulous disciplines, but they are the only way to the real truth. And they have taught us to do these things as independent, curious investigators, armed with the power to relish the rare ability to come to different conclusions all of those folk were stereotyped to agree with. It might be more thrilling to do that and surprise even ourselves, as opposed to falling into a predictable pattern without doing any of our own digging. For example, we're expected to say climate change is the greatest threat of our lifetime, but perhaps the startling and accelerating loss of biodiversity is even more urgent. So with all the many displays of our common truth in peril over the last year, my thought is that whenever a potential fact or view of the world is presented to me, I will always say to myself, maybe so, maybe not. Let me investigate for myself. If we can continue to listen to everyone with an open mind, as we have done here, then we can continue to grow and better understand one another. Only by venturing to see what may be outside of the popular narratives, we will have the opportunity to discover something new and create our own intellectual signature. In the last few weeks, the most vital concern of racial injustices have been center stage for all of us. To know how best to focus our needed efforts for such a complex problem, we need to distrust simple explanations and avoid the natural urge to surrender to a tribe of thought. We can then use the great skills we've learned here to do the hard individual work of digging deep into objective facts, in order to better see precisely where the root of those inequities lie. Only then can we know exactly where to best direct our energy toward powerful and specific corrective measures that lead to real and enduring change. The class of 2020 is truly incredible. In addition to the most important reasons I mentioned earlier, let's not forget that we have numerous college athletes, many are going to their dream colleges, and many are imbued with that entrepreneurial spirit and are starting their own businesses. I'm so proud to have been a part of it these last 4 years and smile whenever I remember that you will all be my fellow alumni forever. Thank you.
Families, friends, colleagues, members of the Board of Education, Superintendent Brindley, and our guests of honor, the members of the class of 2020. Good morning and welcome to the 151st commencement ceremony of Oneonta High School. I'm grateful that we are at least able to have a virtual ceremony to celebrate this important milestone. I would like to begin my speech by sharing something about myself, something that might change your opinion of me. But here it goes. I, Ann Wolstenholme, am a Hallmark Channel superfan. Superfan. Now, what exactly does that mean? What's the difference between a fan and a superfan? Well, a Hallmark Channel fan might not have the app on her phone, and she might not keep inventory and check off each movie as she watches it, or record 2 to 3 movies in as many days to watch at a later date. That number would increase considerably during the months of November to January, by the way. Now, my fondness for Channel 312 on DirecTV began a couple of years ago. If I'm being honest, I was drawn to the predictable storylines and happy endings. I found comfort in them. The characters were likable. No one got mad, even when they were left at the altar. There was no violence or other R-rated material. My mind could just unwind, relax, and be entertained. It was while watching a Hallmark Channel movie that I thought of you and this moment. The movie was titled Love in Store, and the only reason I chose to watch it for real was because the actress who plays Sophie on This Is Us, which is my favorite TV show, was the lead in this movie. So I'm watching this movie that has a setting of a home shopping network like QVC. And the other main character, the male counterpart, ended each of his segments with the same question for his viewers. Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? That's the last line in a poem titled The Summer Day by Mary Oliver. It's a simple poem structurally. There aren't multiple stanzas. The rhyme scheme is non-existent. And when you read it, the first time through, you might think that the meaning itself is pretty easy as well, very simple. In it, Ms. Oliver describes a day that she has spent strolling through a grassy field, breathing in the details of nature. She studies and describes a grasshopper, observing how it eats, washes, and takes in its surroundings before flying away. Really, just a simple, natural occurrence, but how many of us ever do it? The author maintains this is time well spent, because our time to do this and other things simple in nature is not infinite. Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? It goes without saying that these past 4 months have been difficult, and you may forever be resentful of what COVID-19 took from you as seniors. Let us not forget, however, that there have been some silver linings. Air pollutants have drastically been reduced due to the lockdown. Outdoor activities like walking, biking, and hiking saw a resurgence in popularity among all ages. People rediscovered the joy of taking a Sunday car ride to get out of the house. Family life driven by extracurricular and meeting schedules came to a screeching halt, and calendars remained empty. Dust was blown off board games, puzzles, and playing cards. Grocery stores, among other things, sold out of yeast and flour as the art of baking bread was rejuvenated, and a daily dose of Cooking 101 hosted by the Hecox family was eagerly anticipated. We were forced to reconnect using the way of life from another lifetime. We were forced to slow down and notice things, those simple things. So, class of 2020, do not equate graduation with the end of learning. Embrace the future filled with discovering who you are and where you fit in the world. Do not always look at the spring of your senior year with dark and stormy eyes. Instead, focus on the fact that you will leave us today with life lessons experienced by no other recent graduating class. Among these lessons, the importance of human connection and how slowing down now and then to appreciate the little things in life will bring you some self-discovery. Remember these things as you leave us to become a big red bear, a Dutchman, a bobcat, a fighting tiger, a Nittany lion, a mountaineer, a colonel, a hawk, a red dragon, a Bonnie, a Laker. Or remember them as you enter the military, like Lucas Burrows, the Navy, like Robert Tonner, the Marines, if you're Lane Johnson or Stephen Jellick, or the Air Force, like Erica Young, the Fire Academy, Tyler Froh. And among the self-discovery with slowing down to reflect and enjoying simple things in life, there's one more piece of advice, if I may. If the mood should strike you, watch the Hallmark Channel. Tell me, members of the class of 2020, what will you do with your one wild and precious life? Go Yellow Jackets. So without any further ado, Superintendent Brindley, members of the Board of Education, parents, family, and friends, I hereby certify that these students have completed the requirements for graduation as established by the New York State Department of Education, and I hereby confer upon them the title of high school graduates. Congratulations.
Catherine Ackley, Marco Amato, Ariana Anderson, Kai Atchison, Kasani Atkinson, Adam Babaratsky, Danielle Bastekis, Quentin Bissell-Smith, Alexander Bitterman, Sabrina Blacklock, Layla Blair, Isabella Bonici, Alessandra Boxoyakulis, Mary Brantley, Lucas Brakey, Alyssa Braden, Jacob Braden, Joshua Burnham, Avery Burnsworth, Lucas Burrows, Olivia Card, Caleb Casey, Ariadne Castillo, Megan Catella, Alexander Checarano, Catherine Cleveland, Adele Coe, Dawson Coffey, Abigail Denning, William Dent, Liam Dillon, Lily Evans, Riley Balconio Gray, Maria Farrell, Jack Flynn, Matthew Frederick, Tyler Froh, Jade Gant, Jacob Giorsi, Sebastian Gifford, Angelica Goodhue, Abigail Goulden, Tyler Grace, Ryan Gracie, Samuel Gerber Joubert, Olivia Hanbridge, Olivia Hansen, Haley Harvey, Taylor Harkenreader, Ryan Hasbrook, Jacob Haynes, Kiara Hazard, Martine Hitchcock, Christian Holoquist, Bradley Jacobs, Ashley James, Stephen Jellick, Morgan Gibson, Lane Johnson, Mala Johnson, Elias Caprazonis, Emma Knudsen, Cameron Coffer, Sarah Conyu, Nathaniel Kuhlman, Jillian LaHood, Ariana Lang, Levi LaTourette, Sydney Lawrence, Zaire Lawrence, Olivia Litzinger, Devin Laux, Andrew Lutz, Paula Martowitz, Edward McGraw, Kylie McKee, Isaac Medina, Leah Medina, Allison Miller, Francis Miller, Bradley Morell, Ryan Musa, Nadia Nelson, Jacob O'Brien Clapper, Olivia O'Donnell, Emil Ogeron, Alexander Osterhout, Hastings Atiano, Hannah Ouimet, Lucas Peters, Juliana Pigeon, Tanya Pledger, Richard Palamini, Chewy Ting Poon, Jacob Ray, Evelyn Ritter, Anthony Romanelli, Maya Rugley, Emily Roselle, Darren Sargent, Jordan Sawyer, Nathaniel Schwed, Kate Seary, Madeline Seeger, Elizabeth Seraphin, Tyrese Shanks, Andrew Shapiro, Clarissa Shaw, Anthony Sierra, Meredith Smithling, Raven Sunderland, Zosha Tebow, Selena Thompson, Robert Tonner, Dominic Van Tassel, Sarah Van Valkenburg, Luna Vega, Julian Vergari, Rakasha Walton, Paige Wandelt, Cheyenne Ward, Kelly Weeks, Nicholas Whitehead, Graham Wooden, Erica Young,